In this tutorial, we will explain how to configure VSO so we can connect to a remote server. Once we run the application, we will see a welcome window with a login panel. The first step is to open the Preferences window. You can do it in two different ways. The first one is to just click at the logo that's on the top left of the window, or we can double click the white area above. I double click and I will see a settings window. The first tab of the settings window will show the IP address, the port, and whether it's local or not. In the IP address, we will introduce the values that point to the server that we want to connect to. For example, if this is the address of the remote server, this is the one we will introduce. Or sometimes the remote server has a name. For example, qpmserver.com. Whichever way, we can connect to that server with the IP address. The next step is to check the port number. In this case, we will leave the 8080 and continue to the local checkbox. We will leave it unmarked since we are connected to a remote server. If we clicked on the test button, we will be able to see a new window, a new browser window that should be blank. If it's blank, it means that the configuration is correct. The second step is to click on the second tab that contains the database. Here we will put the names of the calculation database and the control database that have been assigned. The default values are QPM CalcDB and QPM ControlDB. These are the ones we will leave and click OK to save our settings. Once that has been done, we can log into the application. For example, you have a name, a password, you can log on. But before that, we can change the password if we wanted to. So once we have the correct information introduced, we can double click on the login panel and we should be able to see a new window in which we can change the password. Introduce the new password because the old one was typed in the login panel. And we can change it if we wish. In this case, we'll close the window without changing it. Once the information has been typed in, we can click on Sign In. And there we go. We will now access the application in a way that proves that we were able to configure the software appropriately.